What was the score in the first game?
14-2.
Isaiah.
Well, you start with Isaiah Campbell. We challenged him all week. He didn't have a good outing last weekend, and told him we didn't know if we were going to start him, and he took it. And he worked hard all week, and he came out and gave us just a great outing against a really good offensive team, and held him down, gave us a chance to build up a pretty good lead, and gave us a chance to save our bullpen as best we could for the second game. And just proud of him, and he's the one who got us off to a good start when you really look at it. We swung the bats well, but he slowed him down, and he gave us everything we needed, knowing we had 2 games to play in one day. So the second game, we didn't even think we were going to get to pitch Murphy. A lot of you don't know this, but Murphy was really sick today. I didn't think he was going to pitch. He would have probably started the second game if he would have acted like he could do it, and then a couple innings in or an inning in, he said, "Hey, I'm okay." We're like, "All right, well, you're the one we wanted to pitch. We're going to let you pitch." And he did just enough. He had pitched on Tuesday, and we tried to take him out once. He wouldn't let us, and actually, when we took him out, he got mad at us again, and he'd already thrown like 90-some pitches. So I appreciate his competitiveness and his toughness, and we'll let him rest for a week, and maybe we'll start him next weekend at Florida. So offensively, I mean, what can you say? We hit a lot of balls hard. We just kept pouring it on. We got some big hits. Hey, you got to be a little lucky every now and then. We dumped a couple in. But we also unlucky. I mean, the ball Fletcher, you can't hit it any harder, that double play to the first baseman. But we elevated a lot of pitches. Obviously, we hit the ball out of the park the last 2 days pretty good. So just proud of the team. We knew that we were in for a fight with Kentucky, a team that was pretty much leading the league in everything, and offensively that is. And we just I think we stepped it up a little bit this weekend.
Coach, I know it seems like a day ago, but you talked about Isaiah struggling last week. What did you see from him last week versus this week? What was the difference?
Last week it looked like he was just trying not to get hit. He was nibbling. He wasn't throwing real hard. I remember he got behind early in the game, second or third inning, and he threw an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, he doesn't throw 88 miles an hour. He throws 92 plus, and and that 88-mile-an-hour fastball went all the way to the wall and drove in 2 runs. And Coach Johnson wasn't happy with it, and just felt like that, he wasn't going out there and taking it to him and just pitching fearless. And today, I mean, that was the guy that we saw against San Diego State a couple weeks ago, and that's the guy we got to have if we have a chance to challenge in this league. So just, again, happy for him, and it just, hopefully he'll continue to take steps forward like he did today.
You had quite a few opposite field home runs.
Yeah.
Going the other way, that right field wind.
Well, the one was blown out lightly to right. Is really almost blowing straight out, which, 3 games in a row, usually the wind doesn't blow out here much. It's knocked down many a ball here. But, light breeze. We had a lot of balls hard. Yeah, there might have been a couple that would have been doubles that ended up out of the park, but we did a great job staying behind the baseball, not trying to pull everything, and just kind of giving what they, taking what they give us, really. They want to pitch us away, just hit the ball the other way, and just seeing Shaddy go oppo twice, and Casey Martin. You look at Biggers. Biggers turned it on this weekend. He'd been, okay with the bat, keeping his average up there because he's just an experienced player. He knows how to take a walk and do some things, but hit the ball hard the last couple 3 days, and he was a major plus for us at the top of the order.
How's Mike's shin do overnight? Did it swell up?
Yeah, it's pretty black and blue, bruised pretty good. It's right above his ankle, and but he seems to, just as long as he can put his weight on it. He says he feels fine. He feels like it's getting better, so that's a good sign. But he took a pretty good shot.
Cole this weekend in the first inning, he went 4 for 4, 2 home runs, 2 singles. What did you see from him in those first innings?
Well, he's pretty locked in. He was pretty good all of his at bats, but I guess it just worked out in the first inning for us. like you said, that's a pretty good stat. I didn't know that stat. That's a good one. You know, they get you off to a good start. I don't know what to say. You probably have to ask him, but he's been locked in since day one. You know, he didn't get to play all fall. You know, he's coming off that back injury. Didn't play all summer. He saw us playing out here. You know, I think he's worried about his job, to be honest with you. And he couldn't wait to get back out here. When he got right, he's been as steady as anybody on this team, and maybe the steadiest hitter we've had. And he just missed a couple other balls. You know, he flew out to the fence 2 or 3 times and hit a lot of balls hard. So just, you know, it's great watching him swing it.
What do you know about Charlotte and Florida?
Don't know a whole lot about Charlotte, to be honest with you. I know that last Tuesday they scored 13 runs because I'm always looking to the day we're going to play somebody the next week, you know, and I think it was on the road. So, you know, we'll just try to regroup for the next couple of days and go down there and play, and I'll definitely mix up the lineups and get some guys in there that are ready to roll. And obviously, what I know about Florida is they're Florida. What they've been the last 5 years, they can really pitch, they can really field, and now it seems like they're hitting pretty good. So they're just a really, really good team. They have you know, I'm not sure yet. You know, we'll just have to figure it out. You know, there were 3 or 4 guys that were available tonight that didn't throw, and I imagine we'll probably piece one of those games together with one of those guys. And a guy that you haven't seen pitch this year, I think, is Weston Rogers, because he's been hurt, and he threw a bullpen yesterday. Looks like that he may be ready to go, so he may get the ball one of those days.
Coach, have you ever seen kind of an offensive explosion like you guys have had today and also yesterday? Just this Kentucky series, all the runs you've scored, just how incredible it is seeing that from the dugout from your end.
Well, I've seen it before. I can't tell you when. I don't, you know, I haven't seen it in SEC play a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, it usually, you know, you might do it in a, you know, maybe a non-conference series or a two-game midweek series where you just everything goes your way or the competition's not quite as good. But, you know, we hit some pretty good arms, and, you know, I think some of it comes, obviously, because we're swinging the bats well right now, but also our players knew we needed to score runs, and no lead was safe. And, you know, for us to come out and do that, you know, 2 back-to-back games today, that was pretty special.
You talked about how all 30 SEC games count the same. How big was it to come away with not just the series win, but the sweep over a good Kentucky?
Well, we talked about that right after the first game today. We had already won the series, and you know, my comment to the guys was that, you know, sweeps are rare. We have a chance to sweep, and you know, every game matters. And you know, don't be happy with just winning 2. You got a shot at winning 3. Give it everything you got. You got a day off, 2 days off. We'll go play Charlotte. So they responded pretty well.
Kentucky hit that home run. It looked like the batter had some words for Grant there at the plate. Do you think that kind of sparked y'all back up?
You know, there was a little chirping the last 2 days. So you know, it was really like it didn't really matter. I don't know what was said, and I don't know who started it, and I don't even know what it was about. I'm sure it probably got a few guys back into the game a little bit. I mean, it's been a long day, you know, quick turnaround from yesterday. Then you're playing 18 innings and, you know, 2 pretty long games. You know, anything to get a spark there. But I think our bats and our pitching, for the most part, kept us pretty excited in that dugout.
They didn't take BP. It was just kind of a weird.
Well, they
start
did
to the
inside. They did inside.
Oh.
Yeah, they wanted to hit inside. So, you know, and I can see their point. Long day, you know, we shortened our BP on the field. We didn't run the bases during batting practice. We didn't take pregame in and out. You know, we knew that it's a long day. You kind of you gotta think about, you know, these guys and the fatigue they go through a little bit and be smart about things.
How do you feel the freshmen responded to their first SEC series, Heston and Casey, and then the pitching staff as well?
Well, you know, I think Heston and Casey they did well. You know, the numbers were pretty good. I mean, Heston hit that opposite field home run today. I mean, he absolutely crushed it. And, you know, Casey, I think both of them chased more pitches than I've seen them chase. I think they were a little antsy, just trying to do too much, and hopefully this experience will calm them down a little bit. But they both showed how talented they are. Even when they would probably tell you they didn't have a great series, they sure helped us win those games.
You know?
Okay, all righty.